Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I have been shopping at the East Midlands designer outlet. I've not been there in so long and I was so excited to go. I got a few bits from all different shops, so I'll show you what I picked up. Now I know they have one of these in Cannock as well, and I believe that one has a park for the kids, although I have to admit we spent 4.5 hours there and my girls just enjoyed running around. They've got sweet shops, chocolate shops, and they've got a works as well, which keeps the kids happy. And then they've got loads of different designer shops as well. But I'll show you what I got. So my first item was a bit of a panic buy. So I wore some of my new shoes. So they were the sling back brown ones that I got from Marks and Spencer's, and I'd wore them trying on like all the different clothes. You should have seen them in my hauls, but I've not actually worn them out and about yet, and I don't know if I've got a faulty pair because one of them was just huge when I actually started walking and I literally couldn't walk anywhere in them, so I had to make a panic purchase and get some gladiator sandals. So I just got these ones. They're just very basic. They were the cheapest shoe I could find, to be honest, because I knew being there as well, I was like, oh my god, all the shops are really expensive. I'm going to end up spending a fortune just to be able to walk through the day. But I found these ones. These are £12.50 and they'll do me for summer as well. They're just the classic style. They're quite a thin shoe, which I quite like. I know chunky shoes are in at the moment, but I find these sorts of shoes more feminine. They go with lots of different things. I wear them with jeans, I wear them with dresses. I ended up going for a size 3, so I don't know whether I've dropped a shoe size, I'm not sure, or whether Marks and Spencer's shoe sizes have just got bigger, because those other ones were a 4 and like I said, they're falling off me, so I'm going to have to exchange those. Or whether the elastic back was funny, I don't know, but they're quite nice. They're very padded, and I don't know what the original price would be, because to be honest I had to rip the tag off straight away so that I could continue shopping. Now I love going to the outlet shops because I feel like, especially the Marks and Spencer, you can get some real basics for real bargain prices. So I saw these pajamas and I just thought they were so cute and finished off nicely. The girls really like them as well because it's got the rainbow happiness at the front. They've got these gorgeous checked bottoms. They're a real nice thickness and they were only £13, and I feel like even from places like Primark, pyjamas like this are at least £20 now, and they're just finished off so nice. You see, even like they're cuffed around the wrists and around the bottoms. And I always say this, I'm quite a cold person, so even in the summer I tend to wear long sleeved stuff even at bedtime. So yeah, I thought they'd do me, and this sort of pyjama kind of sees me like all year through because I just layer it up with the dressing gown. And they're a lovely creamy colour, and like I said, gorgeous kind of pink and orange check colour. For £13, I wasn't going to leave those behind. They did have lots of other pyjamas in as well. And then talking of basics, I did also get some of the high-legged microfiber and lace pants. So these are the ones that I pretty much wear day to day. They're the comfiest pants going, so they're like a little bit higher leg, they cover everything, you know, they're not riding up, and they're also very kind of thin silky material, which is good if you wear tighter bottoms, you're not going to see anything. And I quite like the fact that they've got the lace on the edge, because I find that, again, because it's not a seam, like a thick seam, they're quite good under tighter fitting bottoms. So I got black pairs, which 5 or 8 quid. Apparently the original price is 12. I do tend to get my pants from the outlet shops actually, so I don't know if 12 is an accurate price from the original Marks and Spencer shops. And I did also get some nude and white ones, just because obviously summer's coming up and hopefully it'll be nice weather and we'll all be wearing our light and floaty dresses, and I need something that won't see through those. So yeah, those for £8 as well. One of the reasons I like going to the M&S outlet is because they do all the shower gels and the bath stuff there. So I've picked up 2 shower gels. The first one I picked up was this rose one, and obviously I was drawn in by the pink packaging. Now if you like Turkish Delight, oh, this smells exactly like really good Turkish Delight. Do you know when you're at like a food market? It's that kind of Turkish Delight. So I couldn't resist that one. I think these were about 4 quid, I want to say. Our collection one was 4 quid. This one, which is a coconut and almond one, really nice smelling one. I think it smells more like coconut than anything. Yeah, it just smells like holiday. It smells like the mixture of like sun cream and, do you know when you get like the coconut oil to put on? It smells like that, so I couldn't resist it. That one was only £2.50. So yeah, I thought I'd treat myself to those for some nice showers. I didn't get any clothing items, but I did pick up a couple of accessory bits. So I got these sunglasses because I have lost my brown ones, and I do find black rimmed sunglasses, because I'm so fair, a little bit stark on my skin. So I went for the brown ones, and they're only £7, supposed to be 16, and I didn't realise they were 7 to begin with, so I was going to actually pay 16 for them, but they feel really good quality, nice thick plastic, and they're just a plain brand. They're not even tortoiseshell or anything. I do like tortoiseshell though, and they do come with a sunglasses case, just one of those thin cheap fabric ones, but to be honest, I never keep my sunglasses in those because I'm not that organised. I tend to just throw them in the bag and then tend to get a new pair when they get a little bit scratched up or I lose them. Of course, we've got the maximum UVA, UVB. I think sunglasses have to. But yeah, I just thought they were like a nice classic pair and hopefully will go with everything. I totally got caught out at the till because they had like a big bowl of all different nail varnishes in. They're only £1.50, so I picked up this one and it's a lovely pinky greyish colour, although I've just realised it says step 1 on it and it's got gel nails, so I wonder if I had to have a UV lamp, and I can't remember if I got rid of mine, you know. I'm hoping if I put this on, oh no, actually it says no lamp required, but it's got step 1 on it. Oh, okay. Well, I'm hoping if I put this on and then put on my fast drying Sally Hansen, hopefully this will work. And the lady at the till said these last like a good week, which I need when I have kids and stuff. So yeah, and it's just in this lovely gorgeous bottle as well. I just thought that colour was absolutely gorgeous. Perfect sort of spring colour, but again still professional because I do work 4 days a week and I don't want to have to be swapping and changing my nail varnish in the week. So yeah, lovely one. And I couldn't resist another shower gel. It's because I'd run out. So I stocked up and I got this Feed You On Sunshine Guava. This is a moisturising one with shea butter and vitamin E, and there was loads of different types of these. I just absolutely loved the smell of this one, and so did my daughter. So this is the one that we ended up with. And if you have a look, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a creamy sort of shower gel, whereas in comparison, let's just have a look at the Marks and Spencer's ones. Yeah, so the rose one, little bit moisturising, it's like that white jelly sort of consistency, whereas that definitely looks more a bit shea buttery almost. And then this one I think is like an orange, can you see it, like an orange jelly. I'm not sure you can see that, but this one is like more of your classic shower gel. And we're going to start taking the girls swimming, obviously with summer coming up. So I got my eldest a new swimsuit. My youngest will have my eldest, so we do pass them down. And she really liked this one. There was only a choice of 2, and this was kind of the most, well, the other one was very out there, very bright, but she absolutely loved the colours on this one, and I think it's quite nice. And also it means we're not going to lose her. It says £9 on it, but I don't know if that's how much we actually paid or whether we actually paid cheaper, but £9 for that. And it's a next one, so it's going to be good quality, you know, it's not going to go see-through or anything. It'll be like super thin, going to hold it in. So yeah, £9 for that. And then one of my other favourite places to go when I'm there is the beauty outlet, and we've got some really cute things from there. Now, can anybody remember the rose tint, like for your lips and cheeks back in the day? I think it was Benefit that did it. Well anyway, W7 have come out with one and it looks identical, and I used to use that tint non-stop, and I'll tell you what, it lasted for absolutely years as well. And I just thought I could do with something like this in my car. So to be fair, the lipstick that I wear and the one that I bang on about all the time is the L'Oreal 24-hour stay one. Fantastic, will keep you going all day. But sometimes my cheeks need a little bit of colour, so I've got W7 blush, which is good, and I think it would last. I think the issue is, especially like when I'm at the office or I'm sitting or I'm chatting, I touch my face a lot and I end up rubbing it off, and I can look a little bit, I was going to say sickly, but I end up looking a little bit washed out by the end of the day. So I thought having something like this in the car, it can top up my lips and also my cheeks as well. And I wonder if it's got that same rose smell. No, it's definitely not as strong. I think I might have just, no, I'll start giving myself a moustache then. But yeah, it's just, oh god, it's literally exactly the same. Can you see that? If you had the one back in the day, you'll know exactly what I mean. And this was like $3.99, $2.99 or $3.99. I thought, I cannot resist. I love this. And also it's such a natural finish. So if you're just having like a chill day, and if you're like me, still like to put a little bit of makeup on, this will be nice because it still looks natural, but you still feel put together. Same again, if you know you're just running errands. Lovely one. So yeah, very happy that I found that. I also treated myself to some different face wash because Oh, do you know what I just felt like? When you're there, the thing is when you go to these sorts of places, even if you're not looking for anything, you will end up treating yourself. So just be wary. And we went at the start of the month. I actually think it'd be better to go at the end of the month when you know payday's coming up and you know how much money you've got left over. Because honestly, you'll just spend up when you go there. And this is a foam facial wash and it was £10. But I just couldn't resist it because I thought it sounded really fresh for summer. So it's an apple. What's it got in it? Let me tell you. It's got apple, willow bark, and it looks like lemon. And the smell of it, again, it's just so fresh. And I know some people find foam washes a little bit drying. I don't know what this one is like. But I will give it a go. And I have to admit, my skin is very good. I can literally put anything on it. It doesn't react. I hardly ever break out. So yeah, I'm quite lucky in that sense. I don't have to be too picky with skincare. I just thought that'd be a nice one for the shower. And then I also let my girls pick one item each, and they both went for nail varnish and they went for the W7 brand. And I have to admit, I absolutely love that brand. It's a cheaper brand, but I always feel like the makeup is actually really good. It's usually really pigmented. The nail varnish that I have has been absolutely fine. I probably wouldn't say that it lasts as good as like Essie, that's the one that I tend to go for, but it's still decent if you're on a budget. And they went for, my eldest went for a very glittery pink one, which is just absolutely gorgeous, and I just think that is the perfect sort of nail varnish for a 5-year-old. And then my youngest went also for a pink one, but it's got this really gorgeous kind of like bluey pinky shimmer. Now this is definitely something I would have picked as a kid back in the 90s, so yeah, I do think both of my girls take after me in that sense. So yeah, very pretty nail varnishes. And then I snuck these in at the till, and these will be for their Easter basket. I've got two. One of my girls is walking around. And I saw these at the till and they were only £1 each. Now these are the Bomb Cosmetics ones, and these are usually, I think the normal price of these was £3 or £4. Now for £2 I've got two, which is less than the price of one. And obviously with bath bombs they only last once, so I don't like spending loads of money on these, but I thought these were very cute anyway and something they would like, because it looks like ice cream sprinkles all around here. I think that's supposed to be a llama, is it, or a sheep or something on the top. Anyway, I thought that was cute, very nice for spring, very nice for Easter, all of those colours. So I'll pop those in their baskets. And I do apologise because you will see this just after Easter and all the Easter bits. To be honest, because it's an outlet, they probably will have them in, and fingers crossed they will slash the prices of them. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. But I thought they were very, very cute for £1. Now moving on into chocolate, talking of which I'm sure watching this you're probably all chocolated out over the weekend. But can you ever be? I mean, can you ever have too much? I feel like you can't. But let me show you what I got. I'm gonna be honest, we did some absolute damage in Cadbury's. So first of all, to be honest, this all come to about 30 quid, but then my hubby did go back in and ended up getting 2 Easter eggs for us and a bag of their like random Easter treats, which had like mini packets in. Oh my god, we've already devoured them, so I do apologise I didn't show them there. These all come to about £20–30. Cream eggs, I've withheld from eating these, £8. The only qualm that I've got about cream eggs is when you get a dry one. So disappointing. Cadbury's, you need to look at the quality because honestly they're not cheap, are they, either? But I cannot resist, not at this time of year. They are one of my favourite chocolates. Now, have you guys tried the dairy milk? I've only had the little ones. I don't know if they come in the cream egg size. Oh my god, absolutely insane. I would say even rivals the cream eggs for me this year, but that's because I've had a couple of dry ones. Not from the outlet shop though. I'm not saying it's from the outlet shop because I've not opened those ones yet. One of my favourite chocolates was the Cadbury's Oreo. However, they've changed the chocolate on that and it doesn't taste like Cadbury's. They've really cheapified it, so I've gone for the Milka, hoping that this will pull through because I love that creamy and crunchy texture in the middle. I love Milka, so I'm hoping they've not changed the milk chocolate on this. My friend got me a selection box at Christmas with all the old Cadbury's in. Oh my god, why did they stop the top deck? This tastes amazing, and I'm hoping they do it in places like B&M. One of my favourite Cadbury bars. However, I feel like I can't get too hooked on this because it might not be around for much longer. But I saw it and I thought I'm definitely getting one of those. Classic but a goodie. I love a caramel bar. I know they're so naughty because they've got so much sugar in, but just delicious and really hits the spot at that time of the month. So got a pack of 4 of those. how expensive are mini eggs now? This bag cost me a £5 and I've seen them for like £6 in the other supermarkets, but I cannot resist them at this time of year. One of my favourite chocolates. I love that crunch with the milkiness. So yeah, I did end up picking up another bag, and we'll probably do our Easter egg hunts with a mixture of these and the cream eggs as well. And then finally, my daughter wanted the giant buttons, and I wasn't going to say no because I love these. In fact, I love all Cadbury's chocolate, so this was probably the hardest shop not to go wild in. Now, I got my friends a box of Lindt chocolate from the Lindt shop. It was only £5, which I thought was an amazing price for a box of chocolates. I can't remember if I captured some video of what that looked like, but they always have really good, like, cheaper boxes of chocolate, although they have some very expensive Easter chocolate. I did also sneak my husband a white Lindt egg because we absolutely love the white Lindt balls. Now, I'm usually a milk chocolate. Sometimes if it's chocolate chips, it'll be dark chocolate. But in these balls, the white one is king. So I got him this. This was £13. So I'm not sure if this is actually cheaper than the supermarkets. However, they did have a deal on which was 2 for 10. No, 2 for 20, sorry. But I missed out on that. I thought I'm not going to spend another £1 and just be greedy, if you know what I mean, when I didn't need another one. So yeah, I got this for him. We'd also go to the works, talking of the kids, and we got like an activity Paw Patrol bag, and I also got this for one of the Easter baskets because my youngest is absolutely obsessed with Paw Patrol. These busy books are just fantastic because they have all of the different characters in, and it saves you buying like all the different figurines, which can be like £10 to £15, whereas this is only £8. I think because she's still a toddler, she likes having the small of toys as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, they go absolutely everywhere, they get lost, but it keeps them happy for a long time. So yeah, a massive fan of these books if you've not got any. And then we couldn't go without stopping at the sweet shop because I would say my girls actually prefer sweets over chocolate just. So we ended up stopping there. To be honest, I bought the bag separate. The bags were £1.50, but I just thought it'd be so cute if they had their own bag. I only let them choose one each though of the sweets. So my youngest went for the classic Tang Plastics because, well, I would probably say that they're my favourite Haribo sweets. And then the eldest went for the rainbow strips, but I must just say, oh, very nice. We did open them because we were getting so peckish by the end of our trip. We did not realise how long we just spent there, and it was like 7 o'clock. Usually the girls are in bed at that time, and we'd not had dinner yet. So they've got a lovely food court, they've got Wagamamas, they've got a chicken place. We had the Chinese, it was top tier, it was so nice, and we were so hungry. And then I did also put in some strawberry straws because I thought we could all enjoy those, probably with a film or something. I hope we did get a few bits as well, but that's everything that I got. I really hope you enjoyed this haul. I would say definitely go and have a look at the designer outlet places because they're great for birthdays. And to be honest with you, when I got the shower gel stuff out of the bag, I was like, why didn't I pick up 2 of all of these? Because we've got loads of birthdays and just different bits coming up, and they would have been perfect. So maybe just an excuse to go again, which I don't mind at all. So yeah, really hope you enjoyed this haul, a bit of a different one. Let me know if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.